Yo, what up guys, it's Uber Jack here with another video for you today, and this one we've got a bit of a special video. It's a bit of a landmark video in all honesty, and it's in relation to me being on the Uber app now for a whole year. Actually last week sometime it was, and yeah, wow, how quick has that year gone for me? So fast. It's just like blink of an eye, it's just disappeared. So I obviously wanted to do a little video just to discuss, give you guys an idea of what my first year's been like. Any thoughts that I've had on it, and the good times, bad times, perhaps. Just round it up in a little video. So boy, what a year it's been. First year on Uber. I mean, coming into it, honestly, I really didn't know what to expect. All I'd really done before I started with Uber was, I was going through the process of getting my license. I sort of got to a point where I realised that, this is what I wanted to go and do. But I wasn't actually 100% set on going with Uber. I was just, prepared to be a private hire driver and wanted to do that. Didn't really know much about operators and where I was going to, who I was going to be working for and licensing and this, that and the other. So I guessed my license, and then I did, like a short 2 weeks, 3 weeks, possibly a month of work with a taxi operator, not with Uber. Like I managed to just talk myself out of it. I felt like Uber wasn't going to be very busy. And that was only because myself and people that I knew hadn't really used Uber or anything like that, so I just thought maybe it was very slow here, and just didn't have a clue. So I did a couple of weeks of private hire taxiing through as I say, through a like a local firm, and Jesus man, that was some experience. Like in that short period of time, honestly, I had more problematic passengers than I've had in the whole year with Uber, and that's no exaggeration. No exaggeration at all. I was getting people aggressive, and I was getting people, like just really not nice people that I was picking up. Not everyone, no doubt, but there was still at least once a day there was going to be someone I was going to be picking up, or a certain area I was going to be taken to, and you always know when you're working for a taxi firm if the customer's going to be a bit problematic when it says to ask for the fare up front. That was always the same thing. So previously they've done like runners, or they've been problematic when it comes to paying the fare, but they still let these people use the taxi service, and that was really what was the tipping point for me to decide to go to Uber. Because people don't mention it too much, but with Uber's rating system, if you get a rider that's really problematic, aggressive, whatever it might be, it won't be long before they're taken off the app, and that goes for drivers too. So it is very clean in that sense that it filters out any bad, any people who just just don't suit the app, and people that are going to cause drivers problems, drivers that are going to cause passengers problems. So everyone's winning, and it's not just oh, you're not good enough. You have to do something quite bad. Don't get me wrong, or an accumulation of things, and that's why they got the rating system. So don't be worried that someone might downmark you and rate you down, and you're going to get taken off the app. That's not the case at all. You can there's ways you can prove if someone's made an allegation against you, such as having a dash cam in your vehicle internally and externally, which I've got. I still haven't showed you guys that yet, but I definitely will. So I started Uber, and from the get-go I was just so relieved. I could just tell when the first night I did it, I think I only did like sort of 6 or 7 trips. I was just like, wow, this is just so easy, and that's the thing. The app, it must be the most tailored app in the entire world in terms of the job that it's required to do. It does, and to a level above that for both riders and also, and more importantly, for drivers. I could get my old man to do it, and he's not computer savvy at all, but that's how easy it is from the job coming up to accepting it to the navigation to getting to the, it's all just seamless to the payments. And as soon as I got a piece of it, I was like, wow, this is so refreshing, because this company that I was working for beforehand, they had an old school radio, and just it wasn't straightforward. You're trying to do these things, you're trying to drive the car, speak to the customer, sort your change out, so Uber definitely, and I know I don't have a wealth of experience to go off, but Uber definitely makes our lives easier, so much so, and that goes for riders too. So that's why I say it's got to be one of the most tailored apps in the world for what it does. It's the purpose that it's there for. It is something else. So yeah, so I started, and then sort of getting the weeks going by, loving it, and I didn't know really what I was going to be doing hours wise. Like, I still don't know, in all honesty. It's so off the cusp. It's up to me when I work and when I don't work, and I love that. I really do. Whereas, for example, any local taxi firm you might go to, they're gonna, when you first start, they're gonna say you're on nights, mate, and that's the way it is, and that's sort of 5 p.m. till 5 a.m. anywhere in those hours you can start and finish. But with Uber, I can work morning, afternoon, night, weekends, not weekends, weekdays, not weekdays, whatever, and I quickly when I started, really loved that flexibility, that I was in charge. There wasn't someone to speak to. Even now, a year later, I've only spoke with Uber a handful of times tops. Once to get magnets, and once because they did this thing where they wanted to contact people, check how things are going. You just don't hear off them. You don't need to, and that's ideal. Like, I don't want to really be messing around and speaking with people constantly, unnecessarily, when I've seen that you don't need to. I'll keep the chat conversations to my customers, and that's just the way it's going to be. And as I say, a year onwards now, I didn't really know how many hours I was going to have to sink in to sort of make the money that I needed to. Looking back, and I'm not going to be divulging into how much money I've cleared and this, that and the other, because that's all that people are interested in, and I want people to understand that this is more than just money. That isn't me saying that because the money's crap, far from it. It's just when people come into this looking at the money, I feel that's the wrong way to do it. You need to look at this as a lifestyle, and that's certainly what it is, and that's what should be appealing to you, and that is what is appealing to me. So for the last year, looking back, like I say, I wasn't sure what kind of hours I'd have to nail down, and I did think it was going to be quite a lot, but looking back, honestly, I had a look back through all the weeks, and out of the 52 weeks, I worked every week, by the way. There wasn't a week that I had off. Maybe I had 3 or 4 days off in a week. That was the most, but every week there was one day where I worked and I had a payment coming through, at least one day. But what was I going to say then? So looking back, I've actually only done, and this is no word of a lie, over the 52 weeks, I've only done 40-hour weeks just 6 times out of the 52 weeks. So I'm basically part-time without even knowing it. Part-time with the option of full-time, even and overtime, whenever I want. And it's that flexibility, really, and it's that lifestyle. I'm going to keep banging on about it, but that's what really makes the job worthwhile for me, or the platform worthwhile for me. It's so easy to do, and so laid back. So I mean, looking back at the year, there's been a few highlights that I'll just quickly mention. I picked up a few celebrities that were really, really cool, and that took me a bit by surprise, and it's still one of the highlights of the year, if not the highlight of the year for me, was when I picked up Joe Calzaghe, the Welsh undefeated two-weight world. Sorry, yes, we just had a job request come through there. I just declined it because it was too far away and it was on Ola. No, thank you, sir. So, yeah, so I was just saying, like, when I picked up Joe Calzaghe, oh my God, that was just a dream come true. I'm like one of his biggest fans. Boxing is what I've loved. I've gone to see Joe in the Millennium Stadium a few times. I've watched all his fights near enough on the TV. So, you know, having him in the car, it was only for about 5 minutes, unfortunately, but it was just so surreal. And I was thinking, damn, you know, people pay money to meet this guy, and he's paying money to be in the vehicle with me. You know, that was just unbelievable. Apart from that, really, the only people that I've picked up are a few Radio 1 DJs when they came down here for this big event that they were having. I think it's like the big weekend or something. It was in Swansea. But that was definitely a highlight of the year for me. And, you know, that's the thing about Uber. You know, you will get sort of celebrities and sporting icons, this, that, and the other, coming up in your jobs, and you know, it's a surreal experience. So that was definitely one of the highlights of the year for me. You know, the rugby games that we've had recently, like in the capital, they were our busiest times. That and New Year's Eve and sort of working over Christmas, all that was just so good. You know, you're just back-to-back jobs and you're just in and out of there within like 4 or 5 hours, doing a full day's work, if not more. And everyone is in great spirits. You know, these are the things that you get to do. So you get to pick and choose when, you know, obviously you want to work. You know, your hours, your time, and you know, like I say, you're gonna work some good times. You don't have to work sort of New Year's Eve, things like that. But when you see, you know, that there's surging going on, the money is really good, and everyone's in good moods, this, that, and the other. You know, it really is rewarding and worth working. Another thing about sort of, you know, dealing with people late at night, I definitely have found that, you know, I haven't come like. We've been a year on and I haven't had anyone sick in either of the 2 cars that I've had, which I don't know whether or not that's just pure luck or what. But you know, people don't tend to be, and in all honesty, I don't think I've worked later than 2 a.m. usually no later than midnight. So probably I've been lucky in the hours that I've chose myself to just work. It's not luck, it's just that's when I chose to work. That I haven't really come across anyone too drunk. I can't even recall someone that was absolutely off their face. You know, and it's going to happen, don't get me wrong, but people get this perception of if you're an Uber driver or if you're a taxi driver, you must deal with people being sick in your car constantly and people being rude and drunk and this, that, and the other. And it's just not the case. It really isn't. Most people that I deal with are sober. Like 96% of people are, because I work mostly during the early mornings, the daytimes, the afternoons, the evenings. You don't get people off their face doing it. Maybe people can't actually use their phone when they get to that stage, so they just jump in a cab, hail one down, whatever. So that's how Uber's sort of siphoning people out, because they just can't use their phone. Maybe they should set up some like feature where you have to like prove that you're not drunk or something like that. I don't know, but it's really not a problem. It's really not a problem. You know, safety is paramount with Uber. It's paramount with Uber for drivers and riders. So you don't need to worry if this is something you want to come and do, that your safety is going to be at risk. You know, I've got a dash cam, as I was saying a few times. Actually, I'm just going to show you guys this dash cam now. So let me just see if I can turn this right. Yeah, so this is the dash cam here. I'm not 100% sure how this is turning out, what you can see, but basically it's a dual dash cam. So this is the camera here that points inside, and then you can see here, this is what it's filming, and then this is the view of what the camera on the back side is filming down here. And then, you know, it's just wired around the window and into the cigarette lighter. But that's the kind of thing that'll give you that added protection, added security for when you're driving, that you don't need to worry about things happening. You got it all on camera, that kind of thing, both ways, for passengers and for riders. And obviously then if you have an accident as well, you know, you've got the footage there that you can pull back on, and that could be worth its weight in gold, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's the dash cam that I've been meaning to show you guys for a little while. I'm driving now. I'm just heading to a pickup. They were just coming through relentlessly there, typical when I was trying to record this video. I should have probably logged out, but you know, I'm just in it for the money, guys. I'm in it for the money. I want to get that dough in. So yeah, so in a nutshell, you know, rambling on here ridiculously, it's been a great year. Have I made trillions of pounds? No. Have I had the best working year of my life? Yes. Why is that? Because I've got the flexibility to do what I want when I want. You know, I don't need to ask anybody. You know, I can make sure bills are paid on time. When you know, it's just such a free and roll. You know, you're so flexible. There's so many things I could tell you guys about it, and I don't really think you'd understand until you started doing it. And you know, to be honest with you, I think if you're somebody that's been in the industry a while, I don't know how you would perceive Uber when you actually do it, whether you'd be like, phew, this is so much better than what we've been doing, or whether you're just still going to get caught up on the fare prices, because, you know, that's basically the reason why most people don't want to get involved in it, is because they think per fare Uber is too low. There's other reasons that I'm not going to get into, but, you know, when you strip that back and you realize that per fare the fares are low. However, when you look at the frequency of the work and look at what you're taking home in a week, in a month, in a year, you know, you're earning more money. In all honesty, there's no doubt about it. You can earn more money on Uber than with most other operators, in my market anyway. Might vary from market to market, but you know, that's the way I'm seeing it here. So guys, sorry about this long video. I did want to just, you know, sort of give you guys a summary of the year, let you know sort of where I was at. You know, I've finished on 5 stars, obviously, for the driver rating. I think we did just under 3,000 trips in total for the year, which is not a shabby number, but certainly a part-time number, like I've already addressed there. Do I think I'll be moving more to full-time this year? Yeah, more than likely. I mean, the reason why it's been that way is because of sort of other commitments with the family and things like that. But, you know, that's exactly what this is ideal for. You can, you know, you can have your work life around your family instead of your family life around your work, and that's what a lot of people do with their 9 till 5s. You know, you like, it's like having a ball and chain around your neck constantly, and you're always committed to that role, and you know, until it breaks you down, that's ultimately where it's at. Or you get promotions, you get lucky and you move on. But with this, you know, you work around your family life. That's exactly how it is. Or other commitments, whatever that might be. You know, you might not have a large family, you might not have any family at all, so you can pump the hours in if you want to, you know, and you'd make seriously good money. I'm talking really good money. So yeah, hopefully in the future I can start moving to full-time. You know, there's things in the pipeline of work I'm going to be taking through other operators, not going with another operator, but more sort of like dealing with flights and things like that, and airport transfers, you know, the kind of work that I would love to just be doing as well as Uber. So that's all in the pipeline, and you know, you guys will be sure to hear about it. And not forgetting, you guys, you know, YouTube and these videos has been almost like my way of airing my thoughts, my progress, and I found it really helpful to do. Something I've not really done before, and you know, I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm hoping as well we can take this channel up to another level in terms of the production and things like that. For now, I just want to get the videos out as quickly as possible with the content that I'm looking to have in there. But you know, as I progress and as we move along, I'm definitely going to have sort of big changes happening with the channel. But that's definitely been a highlight of my year, talking to you guys and meeting some of you guys. And you know, I just met a guy the other day. I'm sure you told me your name. He's probably watching this now, and maybe he's not because the video's gone on for so long. But you know, shout out to you, sir, because he spotted me. I was sat in my car just waiting for a trip on my phone, and this other car pulls up to me. Nice Mercedes, by the way. He's got a really nice car. And I'd done my window down thinking he wanted to talk about sort of, you know, how busy it was or whatever with Uber. But he said, you're on YouTube. And I couldn't believe that, honestly. I was like, because obviously, you know, there's going to be people in my area looking for things like that, and YouTube drivers anyway, but what was the chances of him just driving past me? You know, Cardiff is not a small place at all. I just found that really bizarre. One of the highlights of my year, so thank you for that as well, brother. Hope to see you again out on the road, and also in the videos. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up now because I'm just about to pick up my next customer. If anyone, you know, wants to ask me questions about what it's like to be an Uber driver, what the process is to get yourself, you know, your license and this, that, and the other, please obviously let me know. Direct inbox me, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. You know, I try to reply to as many comments as I can, and anyone that ever messages me, I try to respond to them, because, you know, that's what I want to do, help people to experience what I'm experiencing. And, you know, it's not going to be for everyone, don't get me wrong, but, you know, if you've got kind of an interest in it and you kind of like driving, this is definitely for you, no doubt about it. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'm so sorry it's been a long one. There was a lot I wanted to discuss. Mostly it's been rambling, in all honesty. But I hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you. Bye.